Hey everyone, how are y'all this evening? Shift Kicker, Dorinda, Cindy, Marilyn. I think I saw Black Watch. Oh, yep, there's Black Watch. Hope y'all had a good day. Shane, are you with us? Anna Marie. Hey girlie. Guardian, good to see you. Okay, I have a question for y'all to ponder throughout the show. This is just our opinion. What do you feel like Mr. T should have done while in office that he didn't do? Just curious to y'all's answers. Hey, Dorinda.
Hi, everybody. How was everybody's day today?
Not too bad.
Peachy.
I got four things off my list, and my list had eight. So, hey, I'm not doing too bad at all.
Hey, Robert.
Hello, Guardian. Hello, Robert.
Robert, I don't know. You covered a lot of stuff on your live today.
Yes, he did.
I can't think of anything else except for anyone who lives in those cities be prepared for what happened. Yeah. Was it last summer? Summer before?
Summer before. Yeah. The summer of love. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that.
the summer. Yeah. It ended up being the summer of death.
Right?
Hello, Silver Girl. Great to see ya. Love ya.
Yes,
Hello, everybody out there. I ain't going to go in and say hello to everybody. So I'm just going to say hello, everybody. And I'm not ignoring you all. I'm just trying to be reserved tonight.
Robert, I'm going to drop the link for you because I don't think the email thing's working.
Hey, Jen. Hey, D-Dog.
Yeah, D Dog, I watched some of that stuff today, and I'm going to tell you, yeah, the Dems are losing their ever loving mind. They're going batshit crazy.
Hello, Gigi.
Yeah, I heard throwing out the F bomb and screaming and crying.
They're going just like they did when Trump won. They went just that's the
Yes,
only word for it is batshit crazy. They just went totally nuts, and it's demoralizing. I don't see how people can act that way in my mind because it's demoralizing, and they can't see their own selves acting like the idiots.
I know. And have we? No. We've been trying to figure out a plan.
I'm gonna tell you, it's always been this way. We just never noticed it until now. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to hit the thumbs up, but I didn't even go there. I just went straight from my link straight in.
Okay. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Bonnie.
So the governor is organizing the protests. Whoa.
Shane, Captain Finger, Shane.
Yes, sir.
Linda.
How are you? How are you doing?
Uh, Hanging in there.
Fair
I
to
gotta
partly
make it.
cloudy.
Huh?
Fair to partly cloudy.
Yeah, it was raining all day today.
Yeah.
Um, Linda, you didn't come up today. Saw you in chat.
Looks like she's visiting with somebody
Oh, I
or
can
old man
answer
must
one of
be.
your. I'll say something about Mr. T. Um, you said what he could have fixed. I think he kept everything. He was perfect. I think promises kept. You know.
I understand that.
You know.
The one thing we got to keep in mind is never worship a man. You only worship God,
Yep.
but never worship a man. He did great things. I'm going to say that. And you got to give him kudos because he did good. He did cook a hornet's nest and he kind of left us to stir in it. Maybe that's part of the plan. I don't know if there is a plan. But you still got
Shit.
to remember. You still got to remember. He is still just a man.
Yep. He what was I gonna say now? I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot.
He,
I
he,
forgot what I was gonna say. Oh.
it's okay, Robert. It'll pop in.
Hi everybody in chat, love y'all.
Hey, Victor.
Um
Silver Girl. Hilarious Steve.
I didn't think I remember something. What was it? God, I hate that. I want to say something, I can't remember what it was. Hey Gigi.
That was cute.
Um So did you hear Craig's new song? Hey
I
Jim.
did.
Huh?
I did.
Oh, you guys all hear it, Dorinda? Did you hear him singing today?
I missed it today. Sorry. I didn't turn my computer on except for two people today, and I hadn't been on it all day. I've been busy cooking and cleaning and doing some things I should have been doing all along. So I was kind of,
Are you getting bad weather coming your way?
yeah, we've got a few little storms here and there popping up this week, but nothing I'm worried about. We had one, I don't know, what was it, Saturday night? It was a turd floater. And then we had one last night that had a little bit of rain, but which we need. Now we got a couple more coming. We got two or three more coming this week. So that's about all
Monty
we
just
got.
Shane Monty just got hit hard, didn't he?
Yes, he was part of that storm, yeah, that we had. He got the blunt end of it. We just got the tail end of it.
Oh, Blackwatch. First time I seen him up on panel.
No, I've been up a few times, Robert.
Oh, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Like what?
I like your
Yes,
vibes,
Robert, I did
Robert.
hear Craig's song. Sorry, Blackwatch.
Yeah, you get another good show.
Blackwatch usually only comes up to jack with me.
Oh,
See, girl, I didn't
Or me.
understand that. I shameless or shame. I don't understand that, but I'm sure you'll explain.
so Bonnie, I got off the phone talking to Monty and telling me what I think. He's saying that I should try get monetized to do sports and everything. There's not that many people that does sports and everything and stuff. So and all that. So
Well, that's
I
true. But
don't know what.
I don't know that I would limit it to that because everyone comes to you for the intel, and I
Yeah.
think that's the one that's going to get you monetized.
Mhm.
But I
Well, I was
could
gonna
be
do
wrong.
two of them. I was gonna do Intel and sports.
Yes,
So
like be the new news station.
yeah.
It all.
So I just can't believe I wasn't even imagining this would get to 1,000 subs. And
You're doing awesome, Robert.
Yes, you are.
you know,
You have a
I
lot
try,
of support here. That's what the community does.
I try to get along with everybody, and and just things have been getting better this past week. I think it's just I messed up trying to set my channel up a few times, so everything.
Well, I feel bad, Robert. I watch people with far more than 1,000 subs go talk for 10 minutes and don't realize they're on mute.
Yeah.
And so what about it? Seriously.
Oh, I know. I just saw that happen tonight.
Yeah, me and Monty was watching that together. We watched him talk for 3 minutes, and he was on mute the whole time. It was like, all right, bonehead, you're gonna have to remember to turn yourself on.
Yeah.
Then,
Uh,
then when they do
I
get it
actually stopped
going,
by
you,
Linwick channel today. Thank you, Z-Man.
uh,
then when they do get it going, they realize they got Zoom muted. Really. And these are technical wizards.
oh, Trina, you mean Jen? She went over to Lynn's.
Yeah,
What I
Oh,
and so
mean,
did I
Robert,
today.
yeah,
I went to
what I
Linwick
mean, Robert, is
today.
don't worry about it.
yeah,
Other ones screw up even worse. You can't do any worse than that.
yeah. Yeah. Some people don't like her, but I respect her. So, just,
Always respect everybody, even if you don't like them. Even respect them
yeah.
because
I
they
try.
they don't deserve disrespect. But and if you don't like them, just don't go there. And that's
Yeah,
the whole thing is never disrespect somebody because that's just not right.
yeah.
I went to
Weird.
Jester's. Jester was on this afternoon. I was watching his show today. It was awesome.
What was it about?
He talked about his art, and then they went on to like this fishing thing for like 45 minutes to an hour, which I kind of got bored with. But then they just started joking around, and it was cool.
Oh,
And
no.
Craig sang a song to Stingray 1975 or whatever his name is, Yorga,
Yorga.
God,
Yorga.
whatever it is.
Yep.
Yorga got a little ticked off and left.
He
It was
kind
a
of has a.
nasty song. It really was nasty.
Oh.
Thanks, T girl.
It wasn't a nice, hi, how are you, kind of happy-go-lucky song. It was nasty.
So, Bonnie, I was gonna do a video. I wish I knew how to make the video, but where I grew up in Lake Havasu, where the London Bridge is, I was wishing I could make like clips of from way back, and everything in the 70s and 80s and 90s and stuff. Growing up there,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know the London Bridge at all. So everything.
Yep. I don't.
Mm,
Um, and I don't know how to do that.
I
There's
know.
so many things I don't know how to do. I'm doing good to run a live.
Hey, Monty.
I'll teach you, Bonnie. I'll
Okay.
teach you everything you need.
Monty's in chat, Bonnie.
Yep. Hey, Monty.
Little girl.
Hello, Monty.
Hello, Monty. How are you, bud?
Well, today's the 3rd already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still thinking I was in the last month. I looked today and thought, what the heck?
Yeah. How'd that happen? The months are
Yeah,
floating by all of a sudden.
man, these days are running together. They all ended in, they all end in Y, and it's usually the question, why?
Yeah,
But no, go ahead, Robert.
I was just
Go ahead.
going to tell Cindy about the London Bridge's the code thing. But yeah, I grew up there from all my childhood, so uh, that's kind of weird that that's part of the cabal and everything. So from 1971 to 94, I was there.
In England?
Huh? No, the
In
real one that
England?
came to. No, the real one's
Oh,
in Lake Havasu, where my hometown was.
ah,
So you
Um,
said from 1971. So you was born in 1971?
yep.
So
Oh,
was I, Robert. So was I. December of 1971. 12
So,
11 71.
November 6th. So,
that must have been an awfully bad year for the stork. Got confused and flew around in circles.
but if anybody has vacation time, that is the place to go in the winter time. It's so uh, it's a good place to raise a family and everything.
well,
hugs, Marilyn. Hugs.
for some reason in chat, I thought they were talking about the London Bridge was code for the Queen or
Yeah, that's what I
something.
heard. Yeah, I believe it is. I don't think they're gonna blow it up. I think it's just a code thing.
Yeah, they call it the London Bridge is falling, and that's has something to do, suppose, with Queen Elizabeth if she passes away.
Be
I
truthful with
don't
them.
think it's physically going to,
Yeah.
you know, get
Yeah.
rid of it.
But they are talking about the one in London, right?
No, I
Yes.
think. Oh, the one in London. I thought they were. I think they were saying Arizona because I think
Mm-mm.
some other shows were mentioning it. So,
No, they were talking about the one in England.
oh,
Okay. I don't know, Robert. It's
Silver
So
Girl, that's
that's the
pretty
new
impressive.
clue.
That's pretty
well,
impressive, Silver Girl.
you're at college, huh?
mm,
And the year I graduated was 1990, and that was another big year, Shane. That's when a lot of sports happened, and the Pistons got back-to-back title games, and then stuff, Michigan fans and stuff. So,
That's when my son was born, 1990. My daughter was born in 89. I dropped out of school in
well,
89. 4 months before I
Shane,
graduated.
not
Yes, sir.
I'm getting confused on what Cindy was saying. What is that? The real London Bridge is the one in Lake Havasu, Arizona. The real one.
Well,
right.
that's the mini bridge. The big
Not
one is in London. There is a London Bridge in London called the London Bridge, and
yeah.
it's the big one.
In England.
The small one is in Arizona. Yes. So you both are correct.
Right.
The
So
face. Oh,
the
go ahead.
cabal one that you're talking about is in England.
Yeah, and there's
Well,
also been 100 other ones across the river. There's,
absolutely.
there's 100
Absolutely.
hundreds of bridges in London,
Hmm.
Yes.
every 5 miles or so.
Isn't
You
it
can
pretty much?
usually see one bridge from the other because they're every just a mile or two right down the river.
Because
So,
the history, the movies they had They moved it piece by piece back in 68 or 69 when they moved every piece they moved from London. So,
Yes, now that's a true statement too. When
yep.
they rebuilt it, they did move every piece and they moved it back here. And
Yep.
that was the one that was at Lake Havasu for a while.
Yep.
And then they had to rebuild it because it went to crap on them. So, yes, I remember that.
Wonder why that's the target. Our target for what? Cindy?
Probably just the code thing for the queen, I guess.
We just all hope she just makes the announcement and gets it over with.
I know.
So everything else can get into motion.
It's been really quiet the last few days, hasn't it?
It has. Pretty much.
They're all,
Conservative cowboys even kind of just making comments now. Of course, the case seems to be going through everybody's minds, but
Oh, I remember a little bit now. Savani, Saturday, did you hear my intel about Pelosi and them running over to Ukraine?
I heard something like that.
Yeah,
I think
can
it's
you
all
believe?
green screen shit.
Huh?
I said I think it's all green screen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fact, but
shit. Because if they're having a war in the Ukraine,
yeah,
no freaking planes from the States are gonna make it into Ukraine.
how would they land there? It's like they walked off, then they had the soldiers behind them protecting them and everything. It's like, come on, that can't be the real Pelosi and
that
Adam Schiff.
Pelosi did not look anything like Pelosi. She was
Adam,
way too freaking young and pretty. Sorry,
yeah,
she was pretty.
yeah.
That wasn't
Adam,
Pelosi.
but it seems like there's a special way that the president, or I guess maybe the speaker, is able to go to a country that is doing that.
Strawberry, anybody?
Strawberries. Shane's eating pineapples.
No, I'm done now. But I do have something to say about that.
Okay.
Pelosi is the ambassador to California, not the ambassador to Ukraine. She has no business using our tax dollars that cost $200,000 an hour to fly 13 hours to Ukraine. She has no business going there. No one. We have ambassadors for that. She can't even take care of her own state. She has no business going across seas to make deals with other countries. Period. We have ambassadors for that. And I have always felt that way. And I get really upset when I start hearing that crap because all these people want to fly all over the world. But yet they're the first ones to bitch about the Green New Deal and the carbon footprint.
Yep.
But their emissions cost $200,000 an hour on our dime. And I haven't provided one time. Have you? No. Has anybody? No. They have no business going.
Shane,
Unless they're going to take us where we're paying for it, then so be it.
yeah, Shane. It's like they're in war right now. How did they manage to get through the war?
Well, supposedly she got permission by their federal government over there that they could come in, they could land, they could negotiate, and then fly out. And they had protection. It's still BS. She has no business going over there. All it was a way to launder money and a way to make sure her money was safe. Period. It's the only way it was.
In my
There's
opinion,
no other.
if it is true that okay, it's not an opinion. I'm wondering, what the purpose was, because I do not trust that president over there at all. So it kind of makes you wonder, is it a deal? Is it a. Because we know what's been going on in the Ukraine for a long time.
I don't think that president is a bad guy. I think he's trying to clean up. But all the people around him are crooked as they get. That president used to be a comedian, and he used to make fun of their own government. And I watched some of his stuff. I went after I heard who he was. I went back and I found some of his stuff. He used to make fun of their government, and that's why he was so popular that he ended up running. So I don't think he's the bad guy. And I think he's trying to clean it up, and everybody's against him. I think that's why Pelosi went over there. No, he's not good. So what Cindy's saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and he may be. Cindy, he may be. Maybe he's got me buffaloed. But I really don't think he's the kingpin of this whole situation. I think America is running Ukraine. And I think, in my personal opinion, I think Russia's trying to clean out the crap. And he's sick of it. He's sick of the crap because it's right next to him. It's next door to him. And, there's a time when you have to go in and clean up crap. You have to go clean somebody else's backyard because you're tired of looking at it. And it keeps blowing in your backyard.
Ukraine is still part of Russia.
Yep.
No, it was segregated. It was segregated.
They did not. Yes. They did not declare their borders. They are still part of Russia.
Yes, Russia used to own all of it, but they did segregate. Now, whether it was legal or not, I don't know. But yes, Ukraine used to be part of Russia. And I don't have one problem with Putin going in there and trying to clean it up. And all these pictures of him supposedly killing all these women and kids, it ain't them. Look at the clothing. It's Ukraine doing it. It's the puppets in Ukraine that's doing it. So I don't really think that's what's going on over there. We're not getting a true story. Yes, sir.
Shifting about Zelensky, I wonder if do you think him and Hunter are connected?
Who knows, ma'am? Who knows? Who knows anymore who's connected and who's not? Because, man, some of the people we're thinking is good turns out to be crooked as they get. Some of them we thought was crooked turn out to be really good people.
Yeah.
So it's what's up is up, and what's up is down, and down is up. It's excuse my French, but it is a shit show over there right now. Mm-hmm. And hopefully somebody will clean that up. And then we've got to clean up our crap. And there's only one way we can do that, and that's pull together.
I just can't
get it fixed.
I just can't believe our own people hurting our own country. That's sad.
It's called greed, see, man. It's called greed.
It's very sad, but it's been happening for a long time. We're just starting to really see it.
Always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom's still not awake yet, Bonnie.
I'm sorry. Neither is my dad.
Well, none of my people I talk to. Everybody's running. They think that's it. He's our president. Can't do nothing about it.
You ever notice one thing, like you talk about the president of the Ukraine? Anybody that's trying to change things, clean it up, first thing they do is dirty his reputation or hers. First thing they do. They're always
and that's it. The first thing they do is, the media spins it and turns them into the bad people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Bonnie, Ship Kicker has a good one.
This one?
Yep.
D-Dog's in trouble. We all need to help D-Dog out. He's out of Pop-Tarts.
Oh no.
Oh my
So am
god.
I.
I got some in the cabinet.
He got me hooked on them again, and I try to stay away from sweets, but yeah, he got me hooked on them again.
How do you eat those things? God, they're like cardboard.
Is there a store we can have delivered, D-Dog? You know, that's
I'm sure there's something around there we can get him some, or he'll have to go to the Quick Stop and get some. They're expensive as hell to Quick Stop, but
right.
you can get them.
One year we had a really bad flood, and so the river was flooded, and there was a subdivision on the other side of the river, and they couldn't get out, and so they were all they were all on the road at the river with the barbecue pit and everything, and they were trying to get people to somehow get them cigarettes and beer, and somehow, some way, they got it over there to them.
Is it too small a river for ferries?
Oh yes,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey,
It's more like for a John boat, maybe.
hey,
In this area, it does get big, but not here.
I thought I'd call them cricks, not rivers.
No,
Those are
it's a
cricks.
river. LCRA has a hold of it.
hey, Bonnie, I guess Gigi said chocolate and strawberries. You got the chocolate, Gigi, here? She says only one I see here.
why don't you just take some of your recycled cardboard, throw some jam on it, top it off, and put some icing on it? Not the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see if D-Dog will do that, and he can tell us what he thinks.
Yeah,
You
okay.
hear that, D-Dog? Get you some cardboard and throw you some sugar and icing on it. Tell us what you think.
You know, I was trying to figure out today that we have liters, not quarts. 2 liter thing of chocolate milk commands $8 to $10 now.
Wow.
I was afraid
Oh,
that's what I did. Wow.
Yep. Go get some strawberries, Gigi.
I used to always get strawberries and Cool Whip. Yum.
How did you get those little cartons you put in and you beat up with a mix master? That's the way my mom used to do it. A pint of that and beat it up into whipped cream. Or is that too expensive now?
Yep.
Mm,
Everybody's got Pop-Tarts thanks to D-Dog.
I think I got the strawberries going, Bonnie.
Good.
Well, in between you get the strawberries going and D-Dog's got the Pop-Tart kick going, everybody's eating Pop-Tarts now. D-Dog's going to have a share in them, you watch. They're going to start donating to him for free. He keeps advertising them.
Here you go, Cindy. Here's the strawberry for you. Right through the window here. Catch it.
Me too, Gigi.
I can remember 3 liters of milk in a bag, $3.99. Anybody wants to charge $4.10? They couldn't sell them. It was always $3.99 for years. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I did hear they hit another food plant in the U.S.
Oh, and another thing, what Red was saying, there was an airplane that crashed and there was nobody in it or something.
I heard that too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, kind of weird.
Welcome, Cindy. So, what's the holiday again that's coming up on the 5th?
Cinco de Mayo.
So, what's that celebrating for?
It is the is it the Mexican Independence
Today.
Pueblo? Oh, let me look it up, Robert. I should know this because everybody around me celebrates it.
Oh, so it'll be a lot of drinking then.
Oh yes, and loud music and
Fireworks.
yes, always fireworks.
Um, Bonnie, Gigi was asking about the guy that jumped out. I'm not sure if that was Red. Red sent me a link on it.
I don't know. Okay, the Cinco de Mayo is a yearly celebration held on May 5th, which commemorates the anniversary of Mexico's victory. Excuse me, victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, led by General Ignacio Zaragoza, a Tejano born in Goliad, Texas.
And it's always in May, right? Cinco de Mayo.
It's always what?
Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, and around that.
Cinco de Mayo. Yes.
All of the words are more or less the same, Spanish, Saint, and then in French, so the same.
Mhm.
Kind of quiet.
Yeah. Have any of y'all ever had Mexican martinis?
No.
No. Yes. Is that what they're called? I think it's Mexican martinis. Mexican margaritas. One of those.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Which
how
one?
sorry.
What were you saying, Blackwatch?
Get out of my head now.
Being like me now.
Oh yeah, how can you drink a bottle of tequila and have those two eyes swimming around looking at you? Have you ever seen Poltergeist where he drinks that and it's just a bottle off? The old bottle.
Hey, Bonnie. Remember the other day when I ate all that chocolate?
Yes.
So far, I have not broken out in hives.
Cool.
So far. But it's been a few days now.
It ought to be out of his system by now. You should be all right.
So maybe I
Probably depends on how much protein you. It probably depends on how much protein you eat during the day. how much you're going to break out or if you're going to break out, because the higher protein you eat, the less your allergies show up.
In the past, it never mattered what I ate. When I ate chocolate, I broke out in hives. I'd get stoned first, and then I'd break out in hives.
Maybe you're getting immune to it.
Maybe, but I still get stoned.
Uh,
So, Bonnie, should we
Ain't
get?
nothing wrong with that.
I didn't know about Gigi's son.
Well, what's on with Jason?
Sorry to hear that. We praying for G.
that he's lost his job. Yeah.
Well, what's going on with Jason? He's the one in Newfoundland, no?
Yeah.
Yes. He lost his new job.
We started a new job today, she says. So hopefully that one will last longer than, a little bit.
Times are always tough down there in that province.
Yeah. Oh, and I did hear that New York is preparing for the new sea outbreak.
Hard to believe when they approached Newfoundland, these wooden ships are actually stopped by the fish. And now look at it, they can't even earn a living half of the year. However,
Wow. 6 cents.
Good grief.
What a shit show we live in.
That's right. It's not even worth the paper you cash in to try to get it back. So that in the trash and go on.
Right? Yes, New York is
I don't want
stupid.
I don't want change anyway. So yeah, I'll just throw that damn thing in the trash. Call it good.
Yep.
what plane did that woman take over to the Ukraine? A 747 at that price? That flight?
747 or a 737. But she had two military
Escort.
Air Force. Yes. Yes, she thinks she's, presidential, so she has to have all the military.
What did they
And I
do?
know the Air Force is sick of it.
Did they print out a decal for her to say Air Force One on the side so she really got off?
Like, who knows what they did?
Really?
I'd have to go back and read up on it again, but I'd seen something about it and I just got disgusted and turned the crap off.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
I'm out of here.
We would have loaned them a
Because, like I said, she can't even protect her own damn state. Why in the hell does she need to go to across the country or to another country? If you can't protect your own state, you have no business being across seas unless it's crooked. Period.
We had somebody, I think it was the conservative leader at the time, Andre Sneer. And when they were trying to get Parliament back together again up here, after vacating it for obvious reasons, there was one woman MP out there, I think British Columbia, and him. So they sent an aircraft out for the both of them. But he got called out. Instead of just the two of them, his entire family was with him to go back to Ottawa to live through this. So they billed him for it. He also got nailed with a weed charity. He gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to them. Then he got some trip to Africa. It cost $58,000, 53 or 58. They found that out. He says, "Oh, do I have to pay that back? The check's in the mail." Yeah. So somebody blew the whistle on him.
Well, that's what needs to happen to all these crooked politicians.
If I was a pilot, I would have said, I got places for 2 passengers. That's it. That's all I'm authorized to bring back. But,
Well, guess I'll sign off for tonight, I guess.
Well, I'm glad you came up, Robert.
Yeah, thanks.
It's good seeing you, Robert.
Yeah.
keep on.
Have a good night.
See you later, Blackwell, Shane. Love
Keep
you
on,
all.
Keep your head
Thank
up.
you, Robert.
Don't worry.
I
keep on
know.
trucking, Robert. Keep on trucking.
Yeah. Night, everybody
Oh,
in chat. Love you all. Take care, you guys.
Take care,
Not
Robert.
Robert.
Well,
either.
Bye.
You forgot to give him a Pop-Tart on his way out.
Oh. They're laying by the door. Hopefully, he grabbed one. Who's P? P makes millions in Ukraine.
Pelosi.
Oh, thank you.
Hello,
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, girl, how are you?
Yeah, true. His fresh strawberries are better than Pop-Tarts.
That depends on who you ask.
Okay, better for you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe better.
Doesn't Ray work for the state he's in? Arizona or whatever?
I'm not sure. He's asking for help on something.
Yeah.
I think he is live right now, or is it over? I know he went on it.
He was late after his, it was less than 3 minutes he came on.
Oh,
Who are
okay.
you talking about?
No, he was going to go live. It was just a notification of tonight's live.
Ray,
Who was that?
Fat Man Prepper.
Oh,
He's the one that's battling his apartment owners or supervisors, whatever, and I think he's not knowing where to go. Sounds like he's going to have to move out or something.
He said he didn't like confrontation. If I were him, I would have put in for $5,000 punitive damages with justification and let the judge decide. But that's only me.
Cindy said yes, he does work for Arizona.
And I'm pretty sure it was Arizona. Can you imagine working for the state or whatever with the job he has and you can't even keep a roof over your head? Talk about a kick in the head. Essentially, Shane, the landlord was copping out, so he sold it to like a capright company, and they said we didn't know anything about the problems he had, so we're not responsible. You know, joke.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know for sure what was going on there. I said I hadn't paid a lot of attention. So
He didn't have gas, and then the town or whatever comes out, does a little bit one day, then comes back the next day, and then it's just jurisdiction. It's bullshit. Pardon my French, but it is.
oh yeah,
There should be a local tribunal or something you should go to, and it would be clearly obvious. You bought the property, you bought the problem, fix it. No, but anyway.
right. Yeah, and that's why you look at your abstracts and you look at your your deeds to see if there's any liens or leases or problems. And that's why you should look. Or
Oh,
get a
yeah.
disclaimer saying there is no property problems and have them sign off and have it notarized. And then they're responsible if there is.
Well, now the process up here has been changed. You sell a house, you got to say there's asbestos in it. You got to say all these things. If you don't, it's null and void. You're open to lawsuits.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Health
Absolutely.
hazards.
And I'm not even sure that the lawyers hold back money on that in case there's any disputes for a certain length of time.
So far, not that I know of, because that's up to, it falls on that buyer beware kind of thing. That kind of disclaimer they want.
That's been dismissed, Shane. That doesn't hold water anymore. Not up here on real estate.
Well, probably not up there, but down here it still holds water.
I know.
No.
Yeah, it's a small step forward.
Yeah. What a mess.
You know, we're getting hit with here too is like snack things, like bits and bites and all this. There's none in the stores. Absolutely nothing.
Well, the recall and all of them. What did I see? Not only the meat, the 90 whatever tons of meat, there was tons of candy that they took off of the market because of salmonella. Why all of a sudden is there salmonella in everything?
That sounds pretty suspicious. I mean, beef, fine. But the other stuff, I don't know about. They're just not there. They're not on the shelf. No mention of recall. They're just not there. You have to take milk in 1 liter containers. There's no tin. You know, you're lucky to get that. But I've been expecting that for quite some time now.
Here it is. The company Strauss Israel Elite, along with the FDA, announced the recall on Thursday of Elite chocolate cakes, wafers, energy grain snacks, energy chocolate rice cakes, chewing gum, and toffee candy. They all tested positive for the bacteria.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's too late. I just went through about a carton of them before that. So I went through 10 of them in less than 2 days. I'm like Shane. I need salt, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my body usually tells me what I need. If it craves salt, I give it salt.
What I'm curious about, kielbasa, what that is? Kielbasa?
Do what now?
Kielbasa?
Yeah, kielbasa, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
slice it.
soft.
You get it in a whatever you want, weight. And then you slice it. And you put it in the best bags you can. And yet, with a day or so, they're like little rubber hockey pucks. When you first get it, it's really good. But after that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to agree.
That's what you get for not having the bachelor years to learn how to cook, rather than barbecue, I guess. I don't know how bad Ray's is. This apartment, the stove, on the right, you're looking at closest to you, a large burner, and small, and then it reverses. I put the large one on, and it's clean, and the fire alarm goes off, or it goes high.
Oh, wow.
The heat.
Yeah.
which is no fun having them come in.
I rarely use my big burners unless it's a big pot or a pretty good sized round skillet.
I don't put it on high. It's as it's heating up.
Yeah.
But it works. That's the way they look at it. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm grandfathered in here, so you're looking 750 to 800. If I move to somebody's place for a week, move back here, that 800 becomes 1,400 plus utilities. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
think
lucky. My place is paid off, and got it paid off last year, and I'm happy. No more payments.
Yes, you're lucky.
remember Archie Bunker, the episode where he pays it off. Whoop-de-doo, I'm going to burn the mortgage. I like that series. That was really good. It's sad Gene Stapleton got tired of the role.
Well, hopefully that's where I'm going to get. It's
Ray's problem is the gas. He has to bring in propane to cook with for over a year.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and propane now is probably $8 a gallon here. I don't know what it is. I know it's sky high.
I'd still rather have electric. I would not want gas in the house. I would trade even if I had to have it trenched in, get rid of the appliances, that came with it. No way for gas. My daughter had that. They were renting the bottom apartment because, they needed the money. And I told my son-in-law, look at the laundry room with the gas dryer. Laundry you put high. 3 weeks later, the whole thing went up in the flames.
Wow.
Gas. Lucky they got out. The cats didn't, but they did.
Wow.
Then I went up there. The ex was not going to. My daughter was not going to call him, so the ex did. I went up there. That guy, I said, if he comes home from work, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I already told him what would happen, and I did. Personally, if one of my children, if anybody got harmed in that, he would not see the light of day. Guaranteed. What just happened?
I have no idea.
Everything went quiet.
Yeah, it
I'm
did.
muted.
I'm back.
So you can hear my fan and
No, it's not loud. It's just noticeable. I don't know what you do, Bonnie, if you were in a computer room when they hit the power off switch. It just boom.
well, last night I noticed when I was over at the desk, when I was showing myself, and as long as I was over at the desk, then when I came over and plugged in my computer, the volume and the clarity and everything changed drastically. And I was like,
Are you on Wi-Fi?
yes.
That's why.
Mm.
You hardwire it, you won't have that problem. But anyway. We're not going to bring Joseph up to talk about the breaker box again.
No. I try to stay away from the breaker box now.
You can't exist without at least a fan down there. Once I had central air, there was no way I could do without it.
Yeah.
And The
That's
building.
what scares me
No,
because we've gotten so used to it that if the power goes out during the summer,
no.
I'll just be in the tub 24 hours a day, refilling with cold water.
That's one thing here. I can always take a cold shower. It's getting hot water that's almost impossible.
Yeah. But I think if the power goes out, you don't get water either, do you?
Oh yeah, if it's town water, you will. If you're using an electric pump of your own there, then well,
No.
that's the one thing about the city. The mains are pressurized over 100 psi, so you're always going to get it.
Yeah, but then if the power's out for any length of time, you could lose your power. I mean, you could lose your water. So if the power goes out, first thing you do is fill up all your containers with water and your tub.
Yeah.
Why do you get in the tub to fill up the containers, Dorinda? You're weird.
No, I fill up the containers first, and then I
Before you
fill
get in the
up.
tub,
No, no, no. She doesn't get in it.
Smart ass.
He's being a brat.
Yes. Although
Well,
I do have to go in the tub to get the damn containers out of the tub. Because
I
they're
learned
heavy and they're
today.
big.
I learned today if you're going to conserve anything, don't conserve water. Because I've been drinking less water trying to conserve it because I get bottled water and it's not good. It's you just drink water, lots of water.
Yeah.
My sister used to go to Mexico once a year, and of course the beaches. You know, you only go so far. There goes the fan again. Where'd she go? She hooked into the fan again.
Well, she muted so you wouldn't hear the fan.
Well, anyway, they go to Mexico, and you walk on the beach, and you go so far, and there's armed guards with rifles, and suggest you turn around. But all the water is bottled. But you know what you could see if you go downstairs? All the women refilling the bottles and resealing them from the tap,
Oh, wow.
from the big hotel, you know. She hasn't gone there for a very long time, but that's what it used to be.
Wow.
That was their February break, a week down in with February or March. The school, when the school's got a March.
Aren't-
So much for bottled water. People like tea. Tea down south is not tea up here during there, is it? They put
No.
it out in a bottle in the sun.
Yeah. Their sweet tea is similar to our iced tea. Um, uh, but regular tea up here, I think, is still different than down there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've ordered tea down in the States and it tastes like shit.
Mm. That's the southern states. Northern it wasn't like that. It's like here.
I haven't been to the southern states. I've only been into the northern states.
I went through Florida and back up real quick from drag racing. Didn't stay long. Is Shane hooked to the fan? Did he go?
What was that, Blackwatch?
Do what?
There he is. I was wrong. I thought you wrote
No,
check it.
I'm here. I'm just no, I'm eating Pop Tarts. Actually, I had some delivered.
Oh my God.
I had some cardboard delivered so I could eat them.
Really? How many cases? How many? How many cases of beer is it going to take to cleanse your palate from those things?
Oh, just probably a couple beers to do it.
You know what I'd rather before that is French toast every day of the week. Before that, you get good French toast. It's
Do you like your French toast with cinnamon or not?
not.
Okay.
You gotta have cinnamon.
Do you like your French toast with icing sugar?
No.
Not just a touch of put a bit of butter on it and a bit of maple syrup.
No, when you're mixing up the egg mixture
Mm-hmm.
to make your French toast, do you put icing sugar in it?
No,
I don't either.
it's too much sugar. That's horrible sugar.
I do. I love it. I don't like it with cinnamon, but I do like it with icing sugar. Because it tastes so good when you put the butter on it, the butter all melts. Yeah, I like that.
But you're usually going to put powdered sugar or syrup on it.
No, I
Or I
just put butter.
do. Oh,
Mix it
okay.
with butter.
Then that would explain you putting sugar in the batter. Got it.
You don't want to eat candy. You want to eat. You want to eat wheat. You don't want candy.
I love French toast. Anything bready. I am just, pastries are my temptation.
See, I can't do a lot of bread. I can't do a lot of bread. It's just filler. It doesn't do anything for you, and there's no nutrients in it. Especially this new bread.
I
There's
wasn't
so
worried
many
about that.
preservatives in it.
I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about the taste.
Yeah. Back in the day, I understand, but now this new bread, like I said, I had some bread in my cabinet for 7 months, and it never molded. It got a
Mhm.
little stiff, but it never molded. And it's like used to, your bread would mold within just a day or two or three if you didn't eat it. There's so many preservatives in it. It's just there ain't no way I'm eating that crap.
So you
None.
don't put anything in your body that's unhealthy?
I wouldn't say that. I drink beer, and
You don't have to tell me what you do. I just wanted you to say yes or no.
yes, I put things in my body that I'm eating Pop Tarts right now. Damn it! So yes, I put things in my body that's not good for me.
Okay.
D-Dog kept talking about them, so now I like, well, give me some damn Pop Tarts.
Well, we
So they
can't
went
switch to others when we're still doing the same things, can
right.
we?
What you do, Shane, is you slice the bread before it gets up and walks across the table by itself, though, you know?
Yes, Tyne, my daughter has to deal with her cat having knots. My cat was short hair. Well, my other cat was long hair, but she didn't really get knots. But my other cat was short hair, and she never got knots either.
Rub it in, shift kicker.
And
I'm
when you
gonna tell
make
you, my mom makes some of the best banana nut bread there is in the country, and that I will eat. And carrot cake. But other than that, no. But she makes it all, old fashioned style.
I made banana
But
bread today.
I
so
have a
where,
hard time eating bread.
when you make the French toast, you use the Western cut, the thick bread, not the thin stuff.
Yes, here it's called Texas toast. It's a
That's
thick
a
cut bread.
Texas cut, Texas, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Texas toast. And it's okay. I don't mind wheat bread. I love wheat bread. But man, some of the stuff I've seen with bread anymore, I have a hard time eating it because man, This stuff just will not rot. It'll last forever. I think I showed Bonnie one time. I know I did on prepping that it was in my cabinet for 6 months and still hadn't molded and still was just the same way as I bought it. I know Gigi seen it. It was like, I ain't eating that crap. And I left it in there just to see how long it would take to mold. And it never did. It finally got so hard I just threw it away. And I think it was like 8 or 9 months.
Oh, wow.
Never even opened it. Yep. And that's when I thought, Plus, I'm kind of gluten. I have a little bit of gluten problem. It's not that I'm intolerant. I can handle a little bit of it, but I just don't like my stomach grumbling all the time. So I just quit eating bread. I'll order a cheeseburger with all the veggies, but hold the damn bread. I
Yep.
don't want it.
I had my girls eating like that for a little bit, but then they run back to the restaurants.
I know Devil Dog will eat holes into this, but up here, if you got the flash frozen bag of vegetables and you knew how to cook it, just barely cook it, just like fresh, almost. Really, really good.
Steamed.
Steam of it is one way, but one thing this city does not need is steam cooking. The air is moist enough, You open a thing of crackers and you seal it as best you can. End up taking a handful out and putting it in the microwave for a couple of seconds because of the humidity that got to it.
Good night, Marilyn. You have a good night, too.
Good night, Marilyn. Take care.
Victor having homemade pineapple upside down cake. No problem doing that.
Okay. I just thought I'd check with
my
you
mom.
to make sure we're still on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an awful lot of names in here I don't usually see. Like what I mean by generation, perhaps. Marilyn, Sharon, Cindy is not a common one now.
Yeah, Silver Girl, I like raisin bread too, yes. And I'll have to check that out. I'll definitely have to check that out.
You might like the 80s, Shane. I missed the 60s, early 60s. Food wasn't that expensive, really, and it was a far cry better than what it is now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. My mom still cooks from the 60s.
Yep.
She cooks me an angel food cake every year for my birthday. I told her, don't buy me a damn thing, just cook me a damn angel food cake, no frosting, no nothing. And man, that's good. And that's all I get. That's all I want. And then everybody eats all my damn cake. Pisses me off. I usually get one slice.
Baking seems to be a lost art. Male or female, doesn't matter who. It's a lost art.
No,
No,
I love to bake.
it is. Yeah, my mom is a cook from hell, and everybody loves her food.
I just cook like my grandmother did. She's the one that taught me, and that's how I do it.
Like I started cooking when I was 12 years old, and I learned from my mom. And I'm going to tell you, when I was 13, she wouldn't make hash browns anymore because mine were better than hers. I mean, she wouldn't cook no more. It was up to me to make them. So here I am, 13 years old in the morning cooking hash browns for the whole family before we went to school and on weekends. And Now she'd cook all the other stuff, the pancakes and the eggs and the over easy eggs and everything else. But no, I had to make the hash browns. And
Hi,
we'd always
Barb.
use the baked potatoes from the night before, and that's the best way.
Good to see you
Man,
here, Barb. It's a new name,
who's that?
Barb
Clayman.
Clayman.
Oh, Barb.
I think we've had her a couple of times before, Bonnie.
Oh, really?
I think
It's so hard for
Yeah, I
me to
think
see chat that a lot of times I miss people and I feel bad. And earlier, somebody commented to somebody, and I scrolled up all the way to the beginning and never saw that name. So, how is that seeing someone that I can't?
well, and they may have just known that was on here watching, but they didn't comment in the chat. Hun.
Well, maybe, but
Devil Dog's got it.
You mean the commenters' name or to whom they were tagging?
they
Right.
Right. Yeah. Shane, don't answer my questions like my ex used to. I'm confused now. Right what? Right what?
they were talking to someone, and I could not see that someone in the chat. But obviously, they could because everyone was talking to, I can't even remember the name. And so I'm like, how many people do I not see in the chat that are actually here? They're ghosts
Wow.
to me.
No, I can show you like a tech channel. There's this Ida Rivera. I know her quite well. And I'll see 14 watching.
Hey, Lisa.
So I'll say, hi, Ida, and tag her. And I'll come on and say, how did you see her? I didn't. I knew she was watching. You can tag anybody putting the full name in, whether they're there or not.
Well, I know that some people just lurk or watch or whatever, and that's fine. But it just seems odd when you see somebody saying like they're talking to this person in chat, unless I guess the people in chat know that they're here somewhere.
No,
In,
say Dorinda wasn't in here, so I don't do uh, number sign or at. I just type Dorinda the way it comes up. I can have a conversation with her. On one-sided, you'll think I'm talking to her. She's not even there. I don't
check
know
on
if that,
her. Oh,
I don't know if that answers your question.
I don't know, but so if they're blocked, they can talk and chat, but not. They're just blocked to me.
How do you mean blocked, hidden from the channel? They're right out of it. You can't do anything.
That's what I thought.
But I can click block, and that person doesn't see me, and I don't see them. That's all it does.
Yeah, hey, that's that other devil dog. I saw him at Shad, Mad
That's
Shad.
what I'm saying.
Like I know that there's the kid I told you about in
Hi, devil
Australia.
dog.
There's a kid in Australia, and he didn't want me in chat saying stop sending me emails, so he blocked me, and you
Oh,
couldn't
wow.
see one another. That's
Yep.
all. Which he hasn't sent me another email since. Anyway,
Yeah. Um, I think that's where I saw Devil Dog at Mad Shad. Well, he's real, but he's not
yeah, you can
our usual Devil Dog.
Yeah, he's a copycat.
No, he's not a copycat.
Okay.
I think there's some significance to that name. A lot of times you'll see the same names in a different way. Our dog, our devil dog has 4 numbers after his name.
The smart
And
ones do
the
that.
one that was in chat recently did not have the right avatar either.
Right. So,
I just went back and checked in chat.
yeah, but he's welcome here. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's up to no good.
See, there was somebody in Gigi's.
Okay, Lisa, thank you. Oh, he's been on prepping 101. Okay. Gigi's what?
About what I was saying. When she did, the dream thing and that. The last 2 ones she did, the long one.
Uh huh.
There was somebody in there. You couldn't get their channel. You couldn't get. It didn't exist, but they were there. So whether they come in like StreamYard, you can set it up to interact with Twitch and Facebook
Yeah.
if you want. I don't know what you do, but the person didn't exist at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she's sitting in your chair.
Okay.
Hello.
You just made her noodles and she's sitting in my chair. I heard you, babe. Thank you. Love you. Be careful. Sorry. Dan, granddaughter just got dropped off.
No problem.
Dorinda? Sorry.
Yes.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering when it's like on Saturday nights there, when it's bath day and the power goes out, you got to get water. What do you do?
I go into my stash of bottled water. I don't
Uh,
have water. But the first thing when the power goes out that I do is I run to
I'll
the
be right
garage,
back.
grab the big containers, come in the house, fill them up, and fill the bathtub up.
you
That's the
don't get
first
water
thing I do.
you don't have water when the power's out.
We have water when it first goes out for a bit, but if it's like going to be out for hours, we'll lose the water.
Okay, I don't know.
It's really stupid. It's called Sault Ste. Marie.
With the
We're
blackout,
ass
sorry.
backwards here.
When in 2003 the Eastern Seaboard went out because of the problem in Ohio?
Yes.
My mom, I had this little stupid game, blackjack. I got my legs over the love seat. My mom comes in and says, "How long do you think this will be?" I said, "An hour, 3 days, 3 weeks," which it was. We still had water. That was very strange.
We had water till about I think it was like 1 a.m. or something, and then we didn't have any more water. You could turn the taps on and no water would come out.
That's weird. Anyway, I guess there's no heat to melt the iceberg any longer.
It's our town is so ass backwards that people in the small town of Shaplo where I grew up had water the next day. Still, they could turn their tap on and get water.
I got an answer for that, but I'm not going to say it on here.
We're in a big city compared to them, and we had no fucking water. But hey, it's just the way it works. Hello, Devil Dog.
I could see the point, if the pumps go out and you got, the water's getting clean, filtered, then reintroduced. That'll take that down, but there's plenty of water for,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Newmarket had one of those water towers, believe it or not. They still have it.
No, we used to have one in Chapel. I don't know if they still got it or not. I can't remember.
Anyway. Yeah, that's not the real one in there.
It's a different one. He's been on one of the other shows that we all watch. So
Poor babe, we lost you.
No, there was a tech channel. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I noticed Ship Kickers that always check their channels. Some people come in here. My daughter has come in to chat, and she is doing that through a gaming system, not through a channel.
Like
So
a PlayStation, right?
yes. So
And
thankfully she didn't get booted just because she didn't have a channel. So it's kind of hard to, you know, and I know that someone has come up on panel before and they said that they came in through a gaming system.
you can do
So
that.
that
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
was it's just not a sure thing either to check somebody out, but I knew I had seen this name, so he's good.
You can do that through OBS off your phone and connect it to a smart TV. You don't have to use a browser. But anyway,
Yes, see, he knows Mad Shad. I knew I've seen him there. And thank you for your service.
and he was on prepping too. Shift Kicker said.
Yeah.
on one of the large tech channels, there was a guy that came in. He was okay, fine, but the creator says to him, "You're not going to use that name. I'm not going to let you change it." He wasn't a mod, but it was too close to a friend of his, a colleague. You know,
Here's, come on, Merkel. How are you tonight? I don't think there's any such thing as a smart anything anymore. Phones or anything.
makes you
There's
feel
only a
any better.
smarter jump.
Oh, the baby's around.
No, Devil Dog. We're not going to send you back to timeout. I'm sorry that we're being so cautious. We've had a lot of issues in the community, and baby girl has a little ulcer in her mouth. I'm going to mute.
Aw, she needs some vanilla.
How old is she? 3 or 4, isn't she?
She's like
Thanks.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
3, I think. Hello, Louis.
Remember a picture of my daughter. She's the only one out of all the girls that could make my mom's potato salad. And there's a picture of her beside my mom on a chair at 3 years old with an apron on and totally white with baking powder. It's a precious little picture.
Yep.
And she looks like, what did I do? So intent, the look.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Shane again.
I think that's one of the best ages, 3 or 4,
Yeah.
especially little girl.
Oh, they're cute at all ages, really. Like, oh.
Well, it was interesting. You know?
Hi, Louis. Good to see you.
it makes you feel better, Bonnie. I'm on a current screen and I can't see chat hardly either. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. You okay, Shane?
I don't know what the hell's up with my internet. It's doing it again. It's just dropping me for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's up. It's twice. Other than that, yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
What browser are you using?
I'm just on my, I don't know what browser I'm on. Shit.
On your,
I got my OBS.
the reason being
I'm on my laptop.
I've used Firefox for 15 years. Since the last update, it's fully memory and it hangs. Then you got to restart the whole computer. What a pain! I can't back out of it either.
Well, this is all PTCI, the internet service we have here. It's been shit for 3 years now. It just keeps 2 to 3 years, and it's just been dropping me for no reason. You just reboot it, and then you're back on. I gotta call him tomorrow and get this shit fixed. So
You feel like a basketball
something like that.
bouncing around?
Oh my god, get tired of getting bounced out. There's times we go for hours and hours and hours, and nothing ever bad happens. And then last couple of days, just every once in a while, it just drops me. I mean, just all of a sudden said something went wrong.
Doesn't it give you the chance to redo it? I've had that. Says something went wrong. You click the button, reloads it, and you're there.
Yeah, well, mine ain't doing it because I hit retry, and then
Yeah.
I'll show a circle of no internet. You know, one of those things on the bottom of the screen. And so I go click on it, re-click my internet, turn it off, turn it back on, then it'll come back on, and I can get back in. I don't know what the heck's going on.
The odd time I'll get it where it'll go retry, then it'll say resend. You know, the page expired, but the resend connects it. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I've had, trust me, I go through all that crap. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible, Silver Girl.
Yep.
I can't even read it.
They just took off all of Angel's channels. She didn't get notified or anything. They just deleted all her videos and her channels.
Oh, maybe my mom was right when she kept telling me, you keep doing that, you're going to go blind. Maybe she was right.
Oh, that
Come on.
Lewis has climbed out now too. Okay, mods, what are y'all doing?
There's a reason now.
Okay, the original kicked in.
Wow. The internet's going nuts.
No, I made the popsicle. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, I can't get on Telegram either, Barb. I've tried and tried and tried and tried. And every time I try, it fucks up my... Sorry, Bonnie. It screws with my computer, and then everything else gets messed up.
What's Telegram? Just like the social network?
Yeah.
Just a social network, you know.
Hilarious too. I don't think he was calling me a devil. I think he was saying hi to me and devil. And, you know, that's what we've been talking about. Chat too. It's so hard in chat. You can't see the person's emotion. You can't see the
Yeah, I think he hit the return button as he was trying to say hello to Devil Dog.
yeah. And so We just got to be nice here, guys. Yeah, it's a lot different than in real life. It's
Well, I'm stepping down, you guys. I got to work in the morning, so I love you all.
oh, I'm sorry.
I got
You
a
know,
question,
I'm gonna be up
Durandon.
at like 7 o'clock, so it's time to go so I can get some
I got
sleep.
a question before you go.
Sure.
Um, you've seen that milk? It's in 2 liter plastic. You know,
Pale
like a plastic thing.
Yeah.
And the
Probably
expiry can,
later, but okay.
but the expiry can be like 2 or 3 months away, and like it's thick tasting. It's I don't know.
It's it's American milk. It's
Well,
called Fairlane, and it's American milk.
well, at one time that's all they could get, and oh, it was horrid stuff. But that's all they had in the stores. But I looked at the expiry when I could see it, and it's like 2 and 3 months. Ugh, awful stuff.
I don't know. I never tried it.
You don't do it.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to stay Canadian, so I'm trying to do certain things that are just Canadian products. And we have a local dairy here that sells milk to the grocery stores, and
Yeah,
I buy their milk.
I miss all them. At one time, there was Don Lands at the street, and my mom, there's a sock factory. She worked at it, her brother did. But down the street was Don Lands Dairy. I miss that. Local dairies and back. Too bad that has to happen. We all have to go. Oh well, thanks for the. I just wondered, if probably in Ontario, that milk. Oh God, it's awful.
Oh wow, no, I've never tried. I've seen some people buy it here at Walmart, but I've never purchased it.
Well, this, as I say, this was a do or die. That's all they had.
Oh my god.
So anyway, you
All
ever
right, good
notice?
night, everybody.
Good
Love
night.
you.
Night, Dorinda. Love you too. Thank you for
Stay
coming up.
See
stay
you
out of the
tomorrow.
bathtub. Stay out of the bathtub. Chuck came over. Why don't we talk about music and movies? That's everybody seems to have the input to that.
Food, music, and movies.
80s, the 80s. Duran Duran and all the boy bands.
Or what's our next move on the chessboard?
Knight to Queen 6.
Well, I wish I knew how to play chess.
You can't play it like, the professionals with the clocks and all that.
No, I can't play it at all.
It's not that difficult, Bonnie. It really is not.
There went
You
Shane
just,
again. I know, and I have a chessboard, and my grandkids play, and so I guess I need to get them to teach me how to play.
just write down all the
Hey, y'all.
you.
Hey, Chuck, how are you?
What y'all doing? I'm kind of late, running behind. I ran to the store right before Vicky left for work. Need a bottle of water. She likes to have RCs to take with her. I did a big trip, grabbed all kind of shit. Y'all have down home sausage there, Bonnie?
Down home sausage.
Yeah,
The
it's like
only
smoked sausage, kind of like Hillshire Farm. Down home, it's made in Louisiana. I didn't know if y'all had it or not.
I don't think so. I haven't seen it.
One cow should be good for dog food, right?
Look it up.
It's just
That's your accurate.
Everybody doing all right?
Pretty good.
We're having trouble finding chocolate milk, Chuck. You got any chocolate milk down there?
No, you got to get it from brown cow. If you want strawberry milk, you got to have a pink cow.
Oh, Shane.
The reason I'm saying that, Bonnie, look, smoked sausage. That's down home smoked sausage on Hawaiian bread rolls. I had a weird taste for something.
Yum.
Can't beat Hawaiian bread. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my internet. That's the third time it's dropped me now.
And you're on Wi-Fi. You're on Wi-Fi too. There you go.
Yep. Hey, Chuck, man. My nephew wants to meet you, Chuck.
You know,
Oh,
Yeah, he's that little bitty 6'5", 326-pound guy. I was talking to him today and was talking about you and some of the things that we talked about and body, and he says, I want to meet him.
he'd feel normal around
Yeah.
me and my two boys.
Yeah, he's a big kid too, so yeah, I think everybody get along pretty good.
Yeah, they'd be all like, damn, you ever notice you're that way probably saying you walk in somewhere, you notice big folks.
Oh yeah, and I'm usually the biggest one in the room, unless my nephew's with me.
begs the
But
question.
every once in a while, I walk in and go, damn, that's one big boy. I do run into them.
Chuck, how far are you from Dallas?
2.5, 3 hours, depends on, let me see how far it is. And it'd be depending on my mood. I'd drive anywhere from 80 to 110 when I drive. Just depends on what I'm listening to.
Well, I just meant.
Let me
Okay.
see, let me see
You know
the-
what? And that's funny because that's how us Texans. It's not miles; it's time. I'm
Yeah,
3
depends-
hours
oh,
away.
Depends
That's
on
it,
mood,
like-
music. Good music, you drive a lot better.
Right. What, Shane? Y'all do the
No.
same?
Oh yeah, we do the same damn thing. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm eating Pop Tarts.
Oh, Sammy Hagar song, I Can't Drive 55. And I'm like, yep, that's me. Says 2
55.
hours and 17 minutes to downtown Dallas for me. So I could get there probably in an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. 165 miles, yeah, about
About an hour and a half.
I gotta wonder, Chuck, how big were your boys when they were born?
I was 9 pounds, 11 ounce. I think my boys were like somewhere around that. My daughter, hell, she's almost 6 foot tall. She was like 7 something. But our youngest takes after Vicky. He's like 5'7" now. And he's like, I'm short. He's fixing to be 16. He wants to be tall. And I said, yeah, you're going to miss out on that running your head into door frames and stuff. That's a lot to miss.
You're not going to miss much, buddy. Enjoy it.
Yeah, miss having to hunt shoes because you got a 16 size foot.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
He's going to save money. Trust me. Like I said, I got a 15. The biggest, depending on the shoe, I have to wear a 14 triple E or a 15. So yeah,
Hey,
You see,
and
Richard?
they're not easy to find.
I bet they're not.
They're not, by no means. You
Must
can't just go into local Hibbets and buy you a pair of sneakers. You can't just go into J.C. Penney's and buy you a pair of sneakers. You just can't do that.
Yep.
You got to go into a store that you can special order them. And the Crazy House, where I used to get my boots, said if my foot gets any bigger, I have to go to a special order boot. My foot's getting so damn wide that, 14 triple E's as big as or as wide as they can make them. My feet
Yep.
just keep getting bigger. And it's like, what the hell is going on?
How do you answer the door then?
Do what?
How do you answer the door? By the time you start opening the door, you kick the shut with your foot.
Oh, I'm telling you. You learn how to keep your feet out of the way when you open the door, because if you're barefooted when you do it,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have your feet cut up. I know. I've been there.
Well, that's any. I do the same with the doors, and I have skinny long feet.
That's what's
Um,
funny. Trace Atkins is 6'7" or 6'6", excuse me, and he has a 14 triple A. I'm thinking, how can somebody that big of a dude, have that small of a foot? Because he makes me look like I'm little. But man, how the hell does he stand up on them little things? That's like
Like
standing up
walking
on
on
two little
steel.
twigs.
that's
Must
funny,
be.
Liz.
How big is that guy? He always wears buckskin frills and he has black hair and a ponytail. He's martial arts or something. Real
Oh,
big guy.
Steven
Oh,
Seagal.
yeah, Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he looks bigger on, movies and that. And I don't know how big he really is.
Yeah, Shift, you and Figure are same height.
Goodness, Silver Girl was 6 foot. Um,
Yeah, Silver, you're like my daughter. She's redheaded, 6 foot tall. And I stand out, so she dyes her hair with green stripes in it. I said, a redheaded girl with green stripes in her, you won't stand out.
oh yeah, you were asking me about sausage a while ago, and here it's Eckrich or Opa's, and Opa's is the absolute best sausage, and it's made in Fredericksburg.
I think I've got opals before. You ever seen that Cancun or whatever? It's really skinny sausage.
Are you talking about those that, like they sell in the bars, like
You know, it's in
Slim
a
Jims?
it's in a wrapper, just like the smoked sausage. It'll have it in there, but it's like maybe half the size of normal smoked sausage, and it's like they give you more of it and wound up in there. But they get a pound of it, but it's smaller, bigger round.
Mm, I don't
It's
think I've
pretty
seen
good.
that.
I've had Opa's before. I like it. I think this here, that Cancun or Cancun or whatever you say it, that stuff's made here in Texas.
Oh,
That,
okay.
that stuff I was telling you about, it's over south of Shreveport.
I thought I didn't hear that.
I'm not even going to try to repeat what he just said.
Don't.
What is it?
It just sounded like he said something completely different.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you imagine having a daughter 6 foot? You got everybody over 6'7". You introduce the family and watch your wife that's 4'11". Everybody goes, no way. No way.
yeah, everybody knows the Biggie's the one you got to worry about. Somebody pissed her off one day out here and hollered, said something, and she started walking. And our friend Rose, she's like, "Ain't you afraid to just walk out in the road towards somebody that's talking crap?" She goes, "Hell, look at my kids and my old man. I ain't scared of them. I damn sure ain't scared of that fuck." And she started walking, and they drove off. I'm sorry about the language. Little
Oh,
woman scared of shit.
I've been with one of them 4'11" and a half, and they ain't scared of nothing. They're dynamite. I got smacked in the side of the head with that. Her hand was the size of my palm, her whole hand, and she smacked me in the side of the head, open handed. And I don't think I've ever been hit by a man that damn hard. I was like, son of a gun.
Years
I
ago,
paid
Biggie
attention after that.
Biggie hit me in the mouth years ago. Like I got hit in the mouth with a brick. They busted both my lips, bloodied all my teeth in the front.
Oh,
Them little sawed off ones can be ornery. Boy, howdy. They can be mean.
She did that Superman punch thing too, where she jumped up on the recliner and stepped off of it as she hit me.
I
Got some
can't.
power coming down on you.
So when you do down there, when you look up under the dictionary true love, you see one of these kamikazes coming at you.
Yeah.
Wow. At least you didn't smack you in the ear, Shane. That would have deafened you.
Well, she smacked me in the side of the damn head, and I don't tell you what, I knew I had been.
Smack.
I guess I lucked out. Every time she made me a meal, she just smiled rather weird with a smile, you know.
Poor Shane. He's having more trouble.
Internet acting up.
He's playing basketball.
Well, I'm getting dribbled all over the place, but it ain't where I want to be. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's starting to piss me off.
He
I
and
may have to go read my booster real quick. That's going to throw me out again.
Aw.
I was hoping it'd straighten up.
I told you, wire the thing, Shane.
Hey, Scotty.
I know I need to move my stuff over here instead of next door and quit using my booster and go a direct connect. Then I won't have this problem. So I'm going to call them tomorrow and see if I can get it over here.
Scotty, I'm glad you're still kicking. We're good.
I'm going to have to slip away to the little boy's room, so I'll be back. Hopefully it don't kick me off again.
Okay.
Yeah, well, our power went out at like 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. It was out for about 4 hours.
My goodness.
I guess all
You
that
must have
waited the limbs down. The limbs got out the poles. I heard the booms going out. Sounded like we had a shotgun pour out there. There was like 3 or 4 booms before it went out. Hey, Dino.
dog.
Chuck,
I've seen a lot of people having internet issues.
Chuck, you there?
Yo. Yeah.
After that discussion the other night, you want to check Shane's shirt tails when he comes back?
Huh?
The discussion the other night, you want to check Shane's shirt tails when he comes back from the little boy's room?
Shirt tail?
Yeah, the stance he goes into when he goes in there. I don't forget things, sorry.
Oh, goodness.
He leans against the wall, isn't that what he said?
No, that's what D-Dog said.
No,
And then
maybe it was Devil Dog, I don't remember who said it.
You said I thought you said something about the stance he does when he goes to the bathroom. Like, does he sit down to pee?
so that's how we can differentiate between the two. We have a devil dog in chat from Mad Shab, and then we have D-Dog in chat.
That's not a wise practice doing that. Very confusing.
Yeah, buddy, I should have made 2 of them. I ate 2 of them. I ate a half a pound of fucking sausage.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't eat that. Food good.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody seen Camo lately? He's gone AWOL.
He's taking a break for a bit.
Who?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Chemo Carl. And also, who is it? Somebody else. Oh, Mike was saying he heard from Jeff B. And Jeff B's fine. He's just taking a break. So if anybody's wondering about,
Because Rescue did a shout out to him, but I guess he knows he's taking a break. At the end of Rescue's ride this morning.
All right, I'm back. I heard Blackwatch say something about me. What was he beating me up about now?
your shirt, Tim.
Something about your posture when you go to the bathroom.
Oh,
I just suggested we check your shirt tails, make sure they're still dry.
Or you didn't wipe with them, huh?
no.
That's what Vicky said the other day. I asked her, "Why you cutting your hair off, baby?" She goes, "I can wipe my ass with it." Is that enough to say? I'm like, I guess. She said every time she sits down, gets in the car, or whatever, like somebody comes up behind her, just snatches her back, her hair pulls.
Oh, we got both devil dogs in the chat now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're in
that's what
trouble.
I said. We'll differentiate them by calling the one devil dog and D
Yeah.
dog. D dog
Yeah, D dog is 2856. That's right.
is just D dog.
Put him out behind the back shed and let him go at it.
They said I had to sit to pee. No,
Yeah,
D dog.
that's why I said the position. And when you go to the bathroom, and I said, "What are you trying to say?" Shane sits to pee.
You know how they say you lean against the wall or something?
Yeah, I lean against the wall. Yeah, there's times I'll even be standing there so long that instead of just using my hand, I'll put my both forearms against the wall and just lean there. My hands damn near on my head, waiting. Like, oh, okay, I'll be done eventually.
Okay, we don't need to know how Shane pees.
Well, you brought it up.
I didn't.
You know what we need an event, Shane? We need to have a little, like a 6-inch square TV and put it about an inch from the ceiling, so when men go pee, they got something to look up at.
Oh, at least a mirror with a TV behind it, so you can look at the mirror and watch it.
Yeah, that way the woman can see it when she goes, and the man can see through the mirror.
Right. That way everybody can watch the damn TV.
Shane?
That's exactly right.
Shane?
What? Yes, sir.
Don't let Bonnie fool you. When you went, she says, "I'm wondering if he's wearing his shin pads."
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, Black Watch don't sound like Shane give a shit.
You do what?
I said, don't sound like Shane gave a shit when I told Black Watch.
No.
Kind of like me, like, hey, whatever.
Boy, there's a lot of things I don't get upset about, but there is a few things I do. And that is not one of them. I mean, someone asks me a question, I want to tell them straight out the truth. Whether they want to hear it or not. Don't ask me a question if you don't want to hear the truth. So I'm going to be flat out.
You know, I'm the first one to tell people, don't ask questions you don't really want the answer to.
Yeah,
Exactly
devil
right.
dog. You're not too far off there with Scotty. We love Scotty. He sings for us. Sometimes.
You remember you talking about that officer and gentleman, Chuck? It was Colonel Jessup. He was a colonel in that movie. When he says truth, you can't handle the truth. It was a Colonel Jessup, you know?
Yes.
Character.
What was the name of that movie? Officer and a Gentleman? Or no?
Yeah.
Is that
Officer,
it?
Officer and Gentleman, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah,
Scotty,
well,
are you? Fine. You need to get here earlier when you're not.
Oh, just Scotty? Yeah.
Yes.
I watched A Few Good Men the night before last. I like that movie. I feel so bad how much I hate some of those waterheads, the way they act anymore, but I used to like them in the movies.
You remember the movie?
Nathan Jessup, You Can't Handle the Truth.
Yeah, the not original Devil Dogs has A Few Good Men, and I think that was the actual movie it was in instead of Officer and Gentleman.
It could be
The
that.
Austrian gentleman had oh, shit,
What you call it, American Gigolo in it. I can't think of his name.
Do you remember that movie? There was an actor, a black fella, had a mustache, and he was a sergeant in
Richard
Peter.
Gere.
army. And
yeah, Richard Gere. That was the one that was in An Officer and a Gentleman. Yes, that's the one that was in it. Sorry, D-Dog. Go ahead.
who did he sneak in here? He's not here. Oh, there's a movie where he's a black actor. He always had a mustache, and he played sergeant in the army, and he was harder. He almost hazed the black soldiers. Then there's a bridge at night. He was drunk again, and the military police got a hold of him. You remember that one? Yeah, I guess not.
Right.
That was another.
What year did that come out?
That was another good movie about hazing that was going on.
I like the Officer and the Gentleman.
Yeah, it was Richard Gere that was in The Officer and the Gentleman. It was Tom Cruise was in. Oh, the other one.
Top Gun.
Well, Top Gun and A Few Good Men.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Hang on, I'll tell you. Just a second.
I'm still
Yeah,
trying.
a few good men. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out in Top Gun how they reenacted when he hit the canopy, from how they did that shot. When his rodeo, ejected, and he was killed against the canopy. Shane must have been having Pop-Tarts when that scene took place.
Heartbreak Ridge. Full Metal Jacket was better. Goose, not Rodeo. Yes, it was Goose.
I kind of like Wind Talkers. It was Nicolas Cage as a sergeant. With the Navajo radio guys.
I need to write these down. I've never heard of them. And I know my mama has them.
That's 5 times today. That's 5. I've got to get them called.
No. Okay, Tim. We're going to say that. Goose was the call name on the guy. Rodeo is the jockey in the back. But somebody said Goose, not Rodeo. It is. The Rodeo is the guy in the back of from the pilot.
Full Metal Jacket wasn't a bad show. That wasn't a bad show.
Full Metal Jacket.
Rio. Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you. Rio. That's it. Rio. Who's in the back?
Her name is Rio and she dances across the sand.
No, the guy behind the pilot in a fighter jet is Rio.
Oh.
That's what they all are. They're Rio behind the pilot. That's what he says. I'm going to slow down, and he goes right by me. You're going to do what? And he did. Put the brakes on.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to fly one of those just once. Yeah. Never happened. Scared of heights as I am. Be my last flight. Have y'all ever seen that movie? Is it The Tale of Two Lions or something like that? Um, oh my gosh. I bought it for my father-in-law. Such a good movie. Two little old men sitting out on the porch all the time. Anybody would
Oh,
try that for
yeah.
anything, they'd start shooting them with a shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
And they
Yeah,
had
they
a,
were old bank robbers, is what they was. And their
yeah,
grandson was one of them's grandson was living with them.
yes, dumped off with them. And
Yep.
they had a old airplane and
Oh yeah,
decided to do one last ride.
that was
Yeah, I like
great
the
movie.
Secondhand lines, that's it. Thank you.
Secondhand Lions, yes. Secondhand Lions,
That's a
yes. That
good
was a
movie.
good old show.
You ought to do a movie review night with the chat in here. You get every movie right.
I've been wanting to do a movie night, and I know others have. And my problem is it echoes whenever I go to show something because I have all the where I can get movies on here,
you
and
got to
then
turn your you got to mute your mic
so I have to be muted the whole time it's showing.
Yeah.
when you unless you want to say something.
Yeah, but then we have a hard time hearing it through the channel because it won't come through because it has to come through your mic usually if you got a split screen.
Oh, that's right. Because
I know.
I'm
I
Yes.
just hit mute. It'll watch. I'll try to put a video on and see if it'll work.
and it's
You can
yeah.
stream if you stream it through OBS rather than a StreamYard, they'll hit you for it too. So,
You know, me and Bonnie, we can get on and we can listen to her stuff when we're private, and hers echoes real bad. We'll put it on. I'll go split my screen and do it. No echo. So I don't know.
Yeah.
She's got something going on with her system. I don't know if she's on her phone too, and that's where we're getting the echo. But yeah, there's an echo.
you got to hit both all the devices you're on, otherwise you're gonna get the echo.
Well, even on here, if I go to a YouTube channel and try to play y'all something or anything with the voice, then it's echoing from me. Where if one of y'all share it, it doesn't echo at all. Well, check. I was fixing to grab that. Where'd it go?
I dropped it. I was looking. That's red mercury chasing a piece of gold or gold ring.
This isn't gonna get me taken down.
No, it's just red mercury on a plate chasing a gold ring.
Now, why would it do that?
Red mercury is attracted to weird metals.
Oh, huh.
You also got to remember how StreamYard and Zoom works with noise cancellation, just like the radio to a plane. That's how the pilot's dealing with it, and they're not hearing the other channel chatter.
If you share screen, it asks you to share system audio. And I think when you click that, you can mute yourself too. I'll try without me muting, or I'm going to mute as soon as I send this to you a video to see it. Let me see if it'll. Let me find something that has audio to see if I mute, you guys can still hear it.
Or I can do it too because I've got one that I was wanting to listen to.
All right, if you want to do that, I'd like.
Okay, let me. Well, I'll just do it with just the sound. Okay. I got to mute first, right? Okay.
Yeah, you see down the bottom it should say share audio or whatever. You can either hit it or not hit it, but when you go share system audio down the bottom left.
I don't know. Let me mute and see what happens.
All right. Yeah, Shane, me and
So could y'all hear that?
No,
No.
Not at all. Yep.
not at all. We didn't hear nothing.
you see the bottom left where it says share audio? And you go to
I'm
share
not.
file. Are you just playing audio or are you sharing it through?
I was just playing audio.
Oh, it won't pick it up that way. You have to share it through the StreamYard.
Yeah, you have to share it, or yeah, because when you mute yourself, it's done. You have
Okay,
to share it.
Okay, let me do that and see how it goes. I'll mute mine first, right?
Person, body, or place in which independent and supreme authority rests, a chief ruler with supreme power.
Yeah, we
The
hear
Bill
it.
of Rights are the highest law of the land.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Works fine.
Yep. That's where she's getting her double echo.
So it wasn't echoing. So I have
No,
to
no,
mute.
it actually sounded good there.
Okay. There's my ringtone I love.
Yeah, we got somebody wanting you to drop the link, Bonnie.
Scotty.
Yeah. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, though. That's for sure. I'm getting tired.
I know. And we're not going to be up long either. I tried to go to sleep early last night, 4 o'clock this morning, finally.
You got to stop
Yeah.
watching those movies with Will Gear in there, and then you'll kind of.
I haven't seen a movie in so long. Actually, I think it was last week sometime or the week before, I finally did get to watch God's Not Dead, We the People. Because I kept talking about it. Because it's a really good movie.
Was it as good as you had hoped?
It was, actually. Yeah.
Good. Good.
I know, usually when they're hyped up like that, that's why I'm wondering about the 2,000 Mules, if it's just, I
A
hate it.
hype or a. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate it whenever they show only the good parts in the previews. So once you watch the movie, you've seen all the good parts, and it's like, doesn't seem that. It's like Scotty's having some internet stuff too. Well, Scotty, where'd you go? I heard somebody say that there was something going around about the internet going down. Man, I sure hope not. Y'all are my lifesavers.
You know what
Yeah,
they
we'll get together.
You know what they say about the internet? If you deliberately tried to take it down, you cannot do it. It's always going to be live somewhere. World Wide Web.
Well, that's what I think. Satellite. You know how many satellites are up there? Hey, Scotty.
It's got to make you wonder just how many things are piggybacked on the internet now that you got to have.
Here we go.
Well, my phone, I don't turn the internet on it unless it's acting stupid and I'm looking something up. Then sometimes it'll make me, but I'm really never connected to the internet on my phone. Devil Dog, I try to get us Texas people together, so we know each other just in case, because Texas is big and I'm old.
You know what the ex told me recently, and there's a woman up here that follows stuff like you guys do, but she's on TikTok, and she phones me and she says the whole cell phone locked up. And I said, "What were you on? What were you doing?" TikTok. And I said, "What do you expect? You know, that platform. That's what it can do, lock the whole thing up."
Oh, you're by Houston. So many people are by Houston. Everybody's so far away from me. It's either Houston or East Texas. Most of the Texans here are East Texas, and then a couple in Dallas or close to Dallas. Panhandle. There's a Nunya, Texas in the back 20. He comes in here, and he's down there close to you. I think. I think he's close to Houston. And no, Black Watch is from Canada. We have several Canadians in here. And Chuck is from Texas. Shane's Oklahoma. Scotty's used
Washington.
to be Texas. Washington. Okay.
There's not too many channels in the upper states, I'll give you that. One or two in Ohio, and most of them are southern U.S.
Tennessee Ridge Runners in Missouri, which I would have thought from the name you were in Tennessee. Yep. He's an Aggie. Yep, Scotty, you don't have any voice. We can't hear you. No sound. Sorry. Oh, are you still breathing, Gigi? We would know. We haven't heard from you up here in a while.
Get on up here.
She's
Get
out
you
in
some of
the
this.
Gigi is out in the sticks, that's why.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you, Scotty.
Oh boy. I can hear
No.
me now. I got these Bluetooth
Understood,
headphones
Tennessee.
on. Well,
Tennessee's a pretty state.
Tennessee is awesome.
Yep, it's a pretty state.
I love Tennessee. I lived there from 2000 to 2007.
I
In
never lived there.
far east Tennessee, Carter County, white country, baby.
I drove through there once, and on the way through, I didn't notice because I was on the main highway. And then coming back, I made sure we got lost so that I could see the real Tennessee, and it's beautiful there.
I know. I bought a bass boat and smallmouth fish there for 6 years in those canyon lakes in East Tennessee, and it was unbelievable, gorgeous.
And don't
Anyway,
I agree. That's why I live in Texas in the South. Don't like snow. Don't like the cold.
not as long as it ain't melted off by 2 in the afternoon, right? Morning snow, we called it. Tennessee, you got 4 seasons. 4 seasons in East Tennessee, anyway. Not in Memphis. That's not Tennessee. That
Do you
may
know
as
where
well that may as well be somewhere else, except for the barbecue.
Fentress County, Tennessee? You know where that is?
What county?
Fentress?
Mm-mm. Unless I'm not understanding it.
Fentress.
No, I was in Sullivan County.
It's in the middle of Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a city there named Centerville, Tennessee,
Mhm.
right in the center of Tennessee, called Centerville. Go figure.
Yeah, that's where my dad was born in Centerville, Tennessee, down south west of Nashville.
No kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's between Knoxville and Tennessee. I drove it 3 times a week,
So
taking my son to hockey practice in Nashville from Johnson City.
yeah, down like you got Hornwall to the south, you got Dixon to the north, and then Nashville to the northeast.
Man, it's been so long since I lived there, I don't remember. I just wanted to come home and play one song and go because I got to record it for my fiance's mother's funeral,
Oh,
and I got
happy day.
7 days. I got 7 days to get it on tape because she's going to Indiana to her celebration of life. I'm staying here to dog sit, and her son is driving her out there. They're gonna have a
Well,
ball.
good.
But a guy called Jay Allen, she found him on YouTube, and he's getting going pretty good. But I just did my own little mix of it, or my own little interpretation of his song called "Phone Call from Heaven." My headphones keep telling me I'm connected. Is that something I should worry about, or should I take them off?
I don't know. I hear you just
Anyway,
fine.
anyway, we'll try it. Now get out of your hair. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you hear it?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Sometimes it's hard to remember. Sometimes it's hard to forget. Sometimes it's what I dream about. The sound I'll always miss. Some days I wanna hold on to it. Some days I wanna let it go. Some days I drive around this town. Think I hear through the radio. Ooh, if you wanna try, Ooh, just dial me up tonight, 'cause I could use a phone call from heaven, or at least leave me a message. I could been on hold here forever. Oh, let this it tonight. If there's a way you could say something, if there's a way you could keep in touch, then I'd feel a whole lot better. If I could get a phone call from heaven, phone call from heaven. All the things we want to say, all the things we could talk about, all the things we did, all the memories made. We laugh until the tears fall out. Ooh, so if you wanna try, ooh, I'll be waiting on the other side. If I could get a phone call from heaven, or at least leave me a message, so I could be on hold here forever. I'd do anything to hear your voice. If there's a way you could just say something, if there's a way you could keep in touch, then no, I'd feel a whole lot better if I could get a phone call from heaven, phone call from heaven. If I could get a phone call from heaven, or at least leave me a message, I could been on hold for forever, or did anything to hear your voice. If there's a way you could just say something, if there's a way you could keep in touch, then I'd feel a whole lot better if I could get a phone call from heaven, phone call from heaven. Sometimes it's hard to remember. Sometimes it's hard to forget. And that's it. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
that was great. Was that the 12 string?
No, this is my Taylor. It's a
Oh,
six
okay.
string. But when I record it, I'm going to put some 12 string accents into it. I've got a multi track
Yeah.
Audacity recording I'm doing now to send off with her for an MP3 for the funeral. She's got a bunch of music picked out. She wants me to record this one and so she can put it in there since I can't be there.
Well,
So
that's good.
I got to do it pretty good. Not have too much of this in me before I do.
Yes.
No, I've already got 2 tracks recorded, so we'll see.
That's a
I
So,
pretty
keep.
song. Thank you for sharing it.
You're welcome. I
yeah,
keep layering
Scotty,
it to
did you
put
go to
some
Texas
harmonies.
A&M?
I am a graduate of Texas A&M University, Bachelor of Science, Industrial Engineer, and my class ring says 79, but I didn't get out till 80. I had to go to summer school. Yes.
Yeah,
Long story short, yes.
yeah. The lady that is basically running the school now is pretty conservative, and she took a bunch of the identity bullshit classes out of the school.
Go, baby, go. Yeah, we had a president in there was the I didn't much appreciate the last few years. He was a woke motherfucker, and that
Yep.
has no place. That has no place at A&M. He can go to TU, up in Austin, all he wants,
Right.
but stay the
No,
fuck, stay the fuck out of A&M. We're the based Texas school. At least when I went there,
Yeah.
yeah,
What town is that in or near? Is it like Union Station?
College Station.
college.
College Station.
Yeah, Bryan College Station. It's two cities close together, and I think they've made them one city since then.
You can't even tell when you leave one to the other. Yeah, my daughter went to Blinn for the first 2 years.
On between Houston and College Station, yeah, Blinn Junior College. I drove by there many times
No,
on Highway 6.
it's right,
Out in the sticks, past Highway 6. Yep,
and that's a deadly highway too.
the Master of Sticks, ZZ Top.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted her to go to UT, but she had to get the agriculture, and so
no, not UT. Little T, little U.
no UT. I'm
TU.
sorry, I like my Longhorns.
Ugh, I'm sorry too. I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. I know
And
you'll.
I was gonna show that one night because you see these hand symbols that people talk about, and of
White
course,
power! White power! No, I said okay. What the
no, I don't know what you're talking about, but um, the
fuck?
UT is the Hook'em Horns, and so
Mm.
at Lady Bird's funeral, they played the UT fight song, and everybody was doing the Hook'em Horns
Hey, I
symbol,
know it. Texas
and so
bite. Texas
yeah,
bite. Texas jump up and bite my ass. Texas bite. Texas bite. Texas jump up and bite my ass. Texas bite. Texas bite. Texas jump up and bite my ass.
fix that. Are you done saying that? And you-
Dangerous.
Love you,
Oh,
Scotty.
that goes back 50 years more. Traditions. Gotta love them.
Who'd we lose? Oh, we lost Chuck. What
But
happened
hey,
to Chuck?
I graduated A&M and I moved to Austin. How am I doing? I lived there for
Mhm.
20 years. Did most
Yeah.
of my career there.
Well, they Austin, and I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it's very liberal,
You
but
think?
well, but when they were doing
Worry about me button.
the tea rallies with on the lakes, Lake Travis was covered with boats. So I don't know.
Hey, we used to dock in Hippie Hollow and party our asses off there in the 70s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the
Hell
same
yeah.
with Houston, though. Houston, you think is totally liberal, and but I think it's
Houston's just shithole.
well, okay.
I was born there and I can say that. I
It's
was born
not
in
one of
Herman
my favorite
Hospital, Houston,
places.
Texas. 1957, and I can say it's a fucking shithole. And I'm so glad to be from there, far from there.
So, D Dog, did you have anything good for us
Well, I heard someone say something bad about Memphis.
about Memphis?
About who?
Memphis, Tennessee?
Oh, Memphis.
Yeah,
Well, it, I had a bad experience there. That's the only reason I say that.
yeah. Well, I had a great experience because they used to make drinks in a plastic paint can.
Wait.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
It's
fucking
fine.
awesome.
Well, Devil
We went
Dog,
down to Beale Street. Isn't that what it's called? Beale's?
right?
That, yeah. I went there one time for business. My company sent me. They're one of their branches up there to lay off people. So imagine how much fun that was.
Hmm.
Hey, Scotty, we need you to go to Memphis and lay off 50 people. My first inclination was, how about fuck you? You know, no.
Hmm.
Why me? Well, you're a regional manager and you blah 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 blah. But it was your fault. You go do it, assholes. That was where they. That was the beginning of the end for me.
Well,
So
I don't blame it on the town, but I had to do that. I had to fire all of my employees, and I was pissed. And
fun, ain't it, Bonnie?
no, it's not.
That's what I mean.
Lose a lot of friends real quick.
I spent all this time building these relationships and getting the most out of people, and then they want me to go fire them.
Yep, I get it.
And I'm like, fuck you. And they were like, no, fuck you. Okay, fine, fuck me. I'll do fine elsewhere.
You know something, Scotty? They brought the aircraft company, brought a guy in from Magnet International, which supplies automakers up here. That was his job. But look at me. I get the phone call, get the clock number, get rid of it. Every time the phone rings, they're looking at me like I know something. It's no fun.
Yeah,
Got rid of over 3,000 people.
I don't even know if the fun parts outweighed the out fun parts or the non fun parts. I mean, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of successes. 35 years of doing what I did, I had a lot of success, but I
Yep.
had a lot of WTF moments. Like, really? What what world is this? What are we living in here? This isn't what I expected. So, and it continues on to today.
Maybe you should have tried structural engineering instead, then you can do the projects by yourself.
No, I should have gone to aeronautical and been in SpaceX
Then you'd
or
be one of
NASA, then SpaceX. That's what I should have done.
then you'd be one of the guys that go, oh shit, another meeting with those idiots.
Oh shit! What?
Another meeting with the engineers, those idiots.
Oh well, see, I'm an engineer, so I'm one of those idiots.
That's what I'm
We,
talking.
but
Ahead of,
it's
ahead of
but
engineering thought he was a god unto himself every time you met him.
but man, Elon's engineers must
Yeah.
be something else because they get success. You just keep feeding back and sending back the data and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting and finally get that motherfucking rocket to land on its own. Falcon 9, baby. Which I've seen with my own eyes when I was leaving out of Florida on a cruise ship. They had one of the first ones that had been recovered on a barge during the channel. That was a religious experience for me. For any of the engineers on the boat, they saw it. They're like, "Whoa, there it is! The rocket, the Flash Gordon rocket that landed itself." If you all older remember the old Flash Gordons where they would take off a rocket and land, just like Elon does today.
Yeah, all the little aircraft with sparklers on the back, so they look real, right? Flash cord.
That was where that's where it started. Flash Gordon. And then porn went off on Flesh Gordon, but we won't go there. Um,
Remember, OnlyFans is dead. OnlyFans is dead.
but where's space going next? Other than Starlink filling up the sky so you can't look at a telescope anymore and take a picture without having 1,000 things in the way. But everybody has internet, so pros and cons, right? If you want to
Right.
take a picture of the galaxy or the solar system, you have to do it from a space telescope, like the Webb. Now, why haven't we been seeing any images from the Webb coming back yet? Because it's deployed, isn't it? And didn't they send one back that was just amazing? Supposed to make Hubble look like opera glasses.
That
The
was
James.
that was a real trip too. 4 foot plane,
Pardon me.
and it's all wrong. Remember that with the Hubble? They sent it all up, 4 foot crown magnifying glass, and then they get it up there and it's out of focus.
Yeah, well, they had to send up glasses for it,
Yeah.
and they did, and they sent up the corrective vision for it because the mirror was fucked up, so they had to put special glasses in front of it.
Yeah, it was a mirror.
And they did, and it worked beautifully, and they got some amazing images. God, the Horsehead Nebula, the Pillars of Life. Have you seen those images?
Yeah.
Holy shit! But now we have the James E. Webb Space Telescope in orbit. It's in solar orbit, where it should be, not terrestrial orbit. Because guess what? We ain't the center of the universe. If you ain't heard.
Yeah, but isn't everything Elon sends up low orbit stuff is going to decay very quick. He doesn't deal with high orbit. I don't think.
Well, the Webb, WEBB, look it up. James Webb Telescope. It's already been up there, and they've already sent back some pictures, but I haven't seen much lately. But there's been so much bullshit, consuming the news cycle. If they showed you, look, here's the birth of a star, nobody would care. No, I'm gonna care about the latest, the thing, whatever I'm supposed to support now.
I'm curious with your music. Do you ever deal with the theory triads on single notes? I quit the education thing when I was 18, but I remember that. That's curious. Long time ago.
Sorry, D-Dog. All right, guys. I'm going to close it down. It's been 3 hours. We'll be back up tomorrow.
Good to see y'all.
It's good to see you too, Scotty. Thank you for singing for us.
My pleasure. I'm just working on that song, so why not practice it one more time?
How about Aaron Lewis? Somebody else try that. Someone else? Someone else. Somebody else.
Don't get me started on Aaron Lewis, man.
Okay, I know. A lot of people like him.
I'll be playing all night, and I can't do that. Because I don't even know if I can find the bedroom right across the hall.
Might be a good place to settle.
It's right across the hall. I don't think I can find it tonight. I'll end up on the patio.
Well, thank you for coming up on panel, and we appreciate it. Black Watch, thank you for coming up. And joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me up.
Everybody in chat, thank you so much for coming in. Always enjoyed your chat. All right, y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a great night, and
See you
let's hope for a
tomorrow.
better day tomorrow.
Exactly. Stay safe. Stay
And
positive.
keep winning. Dark MAGA, 2,000 mules. Take care, y'all. Good night.
You too. Good night. Y'all have a good evening. Love you. God bless you. Good night.
Good night.